Next topic what we're going to learn is about criteria for spontaneity of a process. So here enthalpy change del H, it is always if it is a negative, then the process is a spontaneous process and exothermic. If del S entropy change is positive, then the process is spontaneous. Similarly, if gives free energy, which is the combination of both del H and del S. If it is negative, then the process occur spontaneously. So the necessary conditions is given in a book tabular column. Spontaneous, non-spontaneous process. You can read this, children, then you will understand. Next, we are going to learn about relationship between standard free energy change and equilibrium constant. Standard free energy change, del G means free energy change, standard, and equilibrium constant. Consider an equilibrium reaction A plus B giving C plus D. A and B are reactants, C and D are products. So the free energy change for this reaction in any state is related to standard free energy change del G naught, that is equal to del G is equal to del G naught plus RT ln Q. Q means reaction quotient, that is defined as concentration of the products to the concentration of the reactants under products means concentration of products C, D, concentration of C, concentration of D, concentration of A, concentration of B. These are the products, these are the reactants. Concentration of products to concentration of reactants under non-equilibrium condition. This is very important. Reaction quotient Q means product concentration by reactant concentration under non-equilibrium condition. So, when equilibrium is attained, there is no further free energy change, that is del G equal to 0, and Q becomes Q. Reaction quotient becomes equilibrium constant. So, the above equation becomes del G naught is equal to minus RT ln equilibrium constant. This equation is known as Van Hoff equation. So by applying the values, del G naught is equal to minus 2.303, changing ln value into log value to minus 2.303 RT log equilibrium constant. So we also know that del G naught is equal to del H naught minus T into del S naught, that is equal to minus RT ln equilibrium constant. So there is a need for third law of thermodynamics. Entropy of a substance varies directly with the temperature. Lower the temperature, lower is the entropy. For example, water above 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure, it acts as a gas and has higher entropy. The water molecules are free to roam here and there throughout the entire container, and when it is cooled, the water vapor condenses to form a liquid. Then the water molecules from liquid phase still can move about freely. Thus the entropy of the system has decreased. On further cooling, the water freezes to ice. So what happens? In the ice, the molecule will not move. It becomes in a solid state. So if we cool the solid further, the vibration of molecule held in the crystal gets lower and they have very little freedom of movement. So this leads to entropy. So at absolute 0 Kelvin or minus 273 degrees Celsius, all modes of vibration or motion get stopped. So what is meant by absolute 0? Absolute 0 is the temperature that an object can get arbitrarily close but remain unattainable. So third law of thermodynamics states that entropy of a pure crystalline substance at absolute zero is zero. That is, limit t tends to 0, S is equal to 0 for a perfect orderly crystalline state. So absolute entropy of a substance can never be negative. Never be negative. Everything given in book page 216, 217. This relationship, this derivation you have to learn. Relationship between del G naught and equilibrium constant. Then third law of thermodynamics, this line. And this you have to write. This you can mark in the book. Similarly, spontaneity, enthalpy, entropy, and Gibbs free energy. That even you could mark.